Hey Nick, I just saw your video. I'm sorry I'm late on responding to it, but um, it's just well, I'm sorry that your mom died, but I mean you had a lot of issues with her. I mean your video just I mean that's the same way I would feel when my mom would pass away because it's really hard when you have a relationship like that with your parents. That's that bad, like my parents. You just don't know what to do because they're your parents. They're your only parents. That's your only mom, and that's the only thing that you know. But you resent them so much because you had to grow up so fast and so early that you never got to be the kid that you wanted to be. You try to be supportive and you try to do normal parent things with them and it never works. You want to feel angry and you want to feel sad, but at the same time you're conflicted because they put you through so much crap through your whole life. It didn't matter, and it does matter. That's why I'm concerned when my parents die. I'm gonna feel the same way. I'm just gonna be so conflicted because you want to miss them. It's human nature to miss them, but at the same time you have to realize it's not your fault. You tried so hard and so much, and you tried to love so much. You tried to put your heart on your sleeve. You tried to ignore them. You tried to do everything in your power to do anything, and you couldn't. It's because life is a choice. And I know it seems really, really hard right now, but it does get better. It really does. I mean, I come from a family who are strict Catholics and Filipino, and when my grandmother died, they freaked out. They didn't know what to do, and I freaked out because I really thought that was my only relative that cared about me. And the one thing that you have to realize, the one thing that you have to know is that it's not your fault. It was never your fault. You tried to do nothing but good because she set that bad example for you, and you tried to make sure that that bad example was not a weakness but a growing point for you. You, Nick, are a wonderful person. From the bits and pieces that I can pull apart from you, I think that you're a wonderful person. I think that you have a level head on your shoulders, and I think that it's okay completely and totally to be confused at this point in life. Because what are you supposed to do? She was your only mother. And I know this, just saying this to you is not going to be the same, and losing a family member is different completely, but if you want my background in my life, my parents, they just never cared. And if they did care, then they beat the crap out of me. And I mean, you're talking to the person who had to steal to get money for food and clothes and stuff, and sold drugs, anything to survive, because my parents were absent in my life. I had to take care of myself. They had bigger problems with my two other brothers, and since I got okay grades, they just completely ignored me. I could, and I did, leave completely, went to Seattle, went to Vancouver for 3 weeks when I was 14, freshman in high school, and didn't say anything. They didn't even know that I was gone. And that's the way that I'm gonna feel when my parents die. And I'd be so conflicted because there's in between an iceberg and a obsessive compulsive person. Living in that kind of atmosphere, you just never really attach. I mean, sure, I have a lot of cousins and I have a lot of family, but most of them I don't trust. Most of my aunts and uncles I don't trust. I have 3 aunts that I can trust and 1 uncle that I can trust. I have about 4 cousins that I can trust, and that's it. That's it. The few friends that are still around because most of them went to college, and that's it. I have a support network of about 10 people. I know, just because of your nature, you have lots of friends, and fall back on them. and your boyfriend too. Make sure that you use those people as your support network, because it's gonna be hard for the first few months, but trust me, it does get better. It really does get better, and have those people to lean on, because they're gonna lean on you whenever a horrible event like this happens to them. It's not your fault. You're gonna move on, and it'll get better with time. I promise. I hope this helps somewhat, but I wish you luck, and know that there are people out there that care for you. We're trying to do as much good as we can, even if it's only over the internet. Take care.